Hi, I'm Michi, and welcome to Daily Reflections. And today, I'd like to talk about how we can deal with situations where another person acts in a way that doesn't really align with our values, and especially when it's kind of directed towards us. So, a couple of days ago, I had the experience with my superior that in the morning, I was literally um, heading towards work. I was getting out of the door, and I know I shouldn't do it, but I checked my calendar to see how my day would look like. And it was a Friday, and usually my Fridays are really like calm. I don't have many meetings, but out of a sudden, my calendar was full with meetings from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the afternoon. Although I also had plans in later in the afternoon, and those new meetings kind of um, got in the way of it. And then I saw what all those meetings were about. And we had that topic at work, like it was a project that kind of got paused and was delayed for a couple of months. So it was out of my head, and I didn't expect to have to deal with it in the foreseeable future. But once I checked my calendar, I figured that all those meetings were about that very same topic, which was related to a customer, like a big customer we've been working with at the time. And it kind of made me angry for a couple of things. And I'll tell you why. First of all, I really don't like when people send me calendar invites, especially to meetings that last for a couple of hours or the whole day. First, without talking to me previously about it, like asking me when would be a good time to have those meetings. Then, secondly, if it just happens on the same day or the day before. So you can probably can understand why at that moment in the morning I got angry. Nobody talked to me. My calendar got booked, and most importantly, I didn't even know why we would have all these meetings because, like, my last piece of information was that we would postpone it. So I got into the first meeting because I was so overwhelmed. It was early in the morning. Still had to bring the kids to kindergarten and school, and I didn't know how to deal with that in that very particular situation. So I got into the first meeting, but yeah, no, before, and that is actually a crucial point, I had the chance to talk to my spouse about it, to, on the one hand, vent a bit, but on the other hand, really have a constructive conversation about it and kind of figuring out together what I can do. Most importantly, that conversation helped me not to find a solution, but really to calm down. So I was less angry. I kind of accepted that change and went into the first meeting with a more open minded, interested perspective. Long story short, we resolved it. We together figured out that all the other meetings won't be needed. We basically had to do an estimation for how that project would take once we get our hands again on it. And over the course of the day, and while talking to my superior, I figured out that the day before they talked to the customer, and it got really hectic, and they didn't really like the postponing the project. So everybody kind of freaked out, and it spilled over to everybody else, and also resulted in those couple of meetings. But throughout the day, everybody calmed down. We found solutions. The important point here is that in such situations, when there's an unexpected change, there's a person acting in a way that we don't like. We need tools, we need a way, not a, how to figure out a solution on the spot, but how to calm ourselves down, how to accept the change. And only then, only once we get there, we can also see the other person, have an interest in the other person, understand the other person, and in a very empathetic way, only at that point, find solutions together. And that's essentially what happened to me on that day, on that Friday. That sometimes I don't have a person around to talk about, so I have to find my own ways on how to calm down. Luckily, in that situation, I could talk to my spouse. But yeah, the essential point is to have a way to calm down, to see things as they are, to understand that this behavior of the person wasn't directed towards me. It was just an a, a unlucky coincidence because, or based on what happened the day before. And yeah, after all, it all resolved in people being in good mood, people being calm again, and coming out of it with a solution. And at that point, I'd be interested in what are your ways on calming down in situations where you experience an unexpected change or a person behaving in a way that you don't like. I'm looking forward to next time, also to your answers, and take care. Bye.